Sega.
Okay, today we're going to take a look at Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection. Since I'm currently really into playing other games, I will keep this review to the point. This is an awesome collection that every Sega fan for sure needs to buy. All the games have been made to display in 720p HD, and I can assure you that they look amazing. You can play them in their original 4:3 aspect ratio, or you can play them in the widescreen 16:9 aspect ratio. All the games sound amazing on my surround sound system via fiber optics, but there was a few games that didn't really transfer over well since the sound seemed to localize itself to my center channel. But for the most part, all the games sound great. All of the games are in an easy to navigate menu. You can organize the games alphabetically, or by type, or by the year that they came out in, and you can even rate them and then view your favorites by highest ranking games first. The unlockable content is very easy to unlock, and I like that, because I feel it is meant to be enjoyed, and since it's so easy to unlock, you can enjoy it almost right away. However, I thought the interviews were kinda boring. It was interesting to read what they had to say, but to be perfectly honest, I would have rather had more games instead of the interviews. The unlockable games are of course awesome. They mostly consist of arcade titles, and I love every single one of them. But at the same time, it kinda made me think that there should be a separate collection for just the Sega arcade games, because I'd actually love to play some of the old Sega arcade games that aren't really talked about much anymore, like Radmobile. I would have also liked to see some of the Sega arcade games that take a bit more processing power, like Daytona USA or House of the Dead, or just pretty much any of the Sega Model 1, 2, or 3 games. The trophies for the collection are pretty fair. There are some really easy ones, as well as some that will take some time and some that will take some skill. As of this review, I only have about a quarter of all of them, but really, you know, trophies don't really mean all that much to me, so I'm sure I'll get around to getting more of them eventually, but right now they're pretty low on my list of gaming priorities. The controls are good, but honestly, it's been kind of hard for me to make the change from a Genesis controller to a PS3 controller for these games. So what I do is use a Microsoft Sidewinder on my PS3, since it, you know, pretty much has the same layout as the 6-button Genesis controller. And since the collection has fully customizable controls, it makes it really easy to use whatever controller you want. There's a couple things that the collection lacked that I think would have truly made this the ultimate collection. The main thing this collection lacks is the ability to play online multiplayer. It would have been so awesome to play these games with my online friends, and if anyone from Sega happens to see this review, then please make a patch that can allow people to play online. Even if it costs money, it would be totally worth it. The other thing is the fact that this collection is just games made by Sega. All the games kick ass, but then when I think back to the Genesis days, I also think about all the third-party games that made the console really awesome, and it would have been really nice to see some of those games on the collection as well. And there's one thing that I'm really unsure about how I feel: the save state feature. Anyone that's familiar with emulators knows exactly what that is. I like it for games that take many hours to beat, but at the same time it kind of pisses me off that they put the option in, because now all the people that are new to the Genesis games will be able to beat them much easier than, you know, all of us that had the games back when they came out. And I think that will give them like a false sense of achievement. All of us that had the original games had to buckle down and get really good at these games, to the point that we had to get all the levels down to the T to make sure that we could keep playing. So to all you Sega noobs out there, I strongly suggest you play the games without using the save states to assure that you get the full experience. If you have to use save states to beat Sonic the Hedgehog, then you're not trying hard enough. Like I said at the start of this review, this collection is a must-buy for every Sega fan. If you've ever wondered how good the Sega Genesis games would look in HD and sound in true digital sound, then this is definitely what you've been waiting for. And $30 for over 40 games, you definitely can't go wrong.